If your morning routine looks perfect, but your life still feels stuck, you may be manifesting against your zodiac element. Fire, earth, air, and water do not call in success the same way. Most morning advice is built for output, but manifestation works faster when your ritual matches your nature. If you are fire, you need activation. Earth needs grounding. Air needs mental clarity. Water needs emotional alignment. So instead of forcing one perfect routine, let me show you the morning ritual that actually fits your element. So here is how we are going to move through this together. I am breaking your morning manifestation ritual down by zodiac element. Fire signs need ignition and direction. Earth signs need grounding and structure. Air signs need clarity and expression. Water signs need cleansing and emotional coherence. And stay with me through the end, because one of the deepest truths here is that your best ritual is not always just your dominant element. Sometimes your real breakthrough comes from borrowing the energy you are missing. If your mornings feel powerful but chaotic, or calm but stagnant, or inspired but scattered, that missing element may be the exact key. So find your sun, moon, or rising element, and listen for the one that feels like your body saying, "Yes, that is me." Let us begin with fire. If you are Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or if your chart is lit with fire, your mornings are not meant to start half alive. You are here to meet the day with spark. Fire energy is bold, fast, vision-led. You feel success when you can sense movement, when something is opening, when your blood is awake and your spirit has a target. But fire also has a shadow, and you know it. You can wake up with 10 ambitions, 20 impulses, and a body full of heat, then scatter your power before noon. Fire does not usually struggle because it lacks desire. It struggles because desire outruns direction. So your ritual has to do two things. It has to wake your force up and then aim it. When fire is aligned, you become magnetic, courageous, visible. When fire is ungrounded, you burn energy proving, reacting, pushing. Your morning decides which version of you walks into the day. So here is your first move, fire. Activate, then declare. The first part of your ritual is physical. It has to happen in the body before it happens in the mind. 30 seconds of shaking. A few sun breaths. A brisk walk to the window. Stretch your spine. Roll your shoulders back. Stand like someone who expects life to answer. Fire signs manifest faster when motion breaks the sleep state. Then, while your energy is rising, declare one intention out loud. Not 10, 1. I am leading with confidence. I am calling in bold opportunity. I am moving toward visible success. Say it standing up. Say it with your chest open. Your voice matters here because fire responds to command. You are not whispering your future like a question. You are naming it like a direction. And now step 2. Narrow the flame. This is where fire either wins the morning or loses it. Choose one target for the day. 1. The email that opens the door. The call that creates momentum. The pitch. The workout. The application. The creative draft. Fire becomes unstoppable when intensity is focused. Then take one immediate action in the first few minutes after choosing. Open the document. Send the message. Put the shoes on. Block the hour. Action seals the declaration. Without that, fire stays in inspiration and leaks power through anticipation. With it, you create momentum. And momentum is one of your natural currencies. People notice you when you are moving with purpose. Opportunities trust you when your energy has direction. Before we move on, lock this in. If you are fire, your ritual is not meant to calm you into passivity. It is meant to energize you into precision. So save this in your mind or screenshot it if you need the reminder. Fire morning ritual. Activate the body, declare the intention, choose one target, take one immediate action. That is how passion becomes progress. That is how confidence becomes visible. Now we shift into earth, and you will feel the difference immediately. Earth does not need a dramatic beginning. It needs a trustworthy one. If you are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or heavily Earth in your chart, your power is steady, tactile, loyal, real. You manifest through consistency, through embodiment, through what you can build and hold. You are often the one other people rely on because your energy says, "This can last." But Earth has its own shadow. You can grip too tightly. Delay movement until everything feels perfect. Stay in routines that feel safe long after they stop feeling alive. So your morning ritual is not about hype. It is about regulation, a sense of solid ground beneath your feet. Earth thrives when the nervous system feels safe enough to move, when your body believes there is already support here. That is when abundance stops feeling abstract and starts feeling possible. So here is your first move, Earth. Regulate. Then give thanks for what already exists. Before you check anything, ground your body. Feet on the floor. Slow inhale. Longer exhale. Touch something real. A cool glass, a ceramic mug, a countertop. Let your senses tell you that you are here. Then name 3 existing resources. Not fantasy, not future. Present support. My skills. My savings. My home. My discipline. My reputation. My healing. Gratitude works especially well for Earth when it is concrete. You are reminding your system that success is not being built from emptiness. It is being built from substance. That changes the quality of your decisions. You stop chasing from lack. You begin moving from sufficiency. And now the second part. Measurable priority, visible order. Choose one measurable priority for the day. Something you can complete, count, or clearly advance. One proposal, one invoice, 1 hour of deep work. One nourishing meal prepared, one budget review. Then create a physical order cue in your environment. Make the bed. Clear the desk. Stack the papers. Light the candle. Place the notebook in the center. This small act tells Earth energy, the field is ready. And when Earth feels ordered, it becomes powerful. Stable people are trusted. Consistent people are paid. Grounded people build long-term success because they are not always starting over. Take a breath and keep this one. Earth does not manifest by forcing. Earth manifests by stabilizing. If this is your element, screenshot the structure. Regulate the body, name existing resources, choose one measurable priority, create one order cue. That is how security becomes wealth. That is how steadiness becomes success. Quick check-in before we move on. You may already be hearing your element clearly. Keep track of the one that feels most like you, because by the end, I am going to show you how to blend it with the energy you need most. Now let us lift the energy and move into air. This chapter is lighter, quicker, more mental, and for the right person, incredibly powerful. If you are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or strongly air in your chart, you are built for ideas, language, patterns, connection. Your mind wakes up fast, sometimes faster than the rest of you. You can see possibilities before other people have even found their coffee. That is a gift. But air can also become a storm of tabs open in the mind. Too many thoughts, too many options, too many directions competing for the same breath. So your manifestation ritual has to create spaciousness first. Air does not need more stimulation in the morning. It needs cleaner signal. When your mind is clear, your words become magnetic. Your decisions become elegant. Your communication starts opening doors. So here is your first move, air. Clear the noise, then name the intention. Do not begin with your phone. Begin with silence, or at least reduced input. Open a window. Breathe. Write a quick mental sweep on paper. Everything circling in the mind, just empty it out. Questions, ideas, errands, worries, fragments. Let the page hold it so your nervous system does not have to. Then name one intention in a sentence, out loud or in writing. Today I communicate with clarity. Today I finish what matters most. Today I say the thing that needs to be said. Air signs often manifest through language, so precision matters. The cleaner the sentence, the cleaner the direction. And then step 2, choose one message, create one output. This is the part that changes everything for air. Decide what your one core message is for the day. Maybe it is a conversation you need to have, a piece of content you need to publish, a proposal, a boundary, a truth. Then create one communication-based output immediately. Send the email, draft the caption, record the note, outline the idea, make the call. Air becomes powerful when thought turns into transmission. Otherwise, brilliance stays trapped in possibility. One message beats 100 maybe-laters. Clarity creates movement. Expression creates opportunity. So hold on to this. Air does not manifest by thinking more. Air manifests by thinking clearly enough to speak and act. If this is your section, save the formula. Clear the noise, name the intention, choose one message, create one output. That is how ideas become influence. That is how clarity becomes success. And now we slow down, we soften, we go inward. This is water. If you are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or deeply water in your chart, your mornings are sensitive territory. You do not enter the day like a machine switching on. You absorb. You feel. You register atmosphere before words. That sensitivity is not weakness. It is intelligence. Water often knows before it can explain, but the shadow is real too. You can absorb too much. Wake up already carrying emotional weather that is not even yours. Drift in intuition without anchoring it. So your ritual has to begin with cleansing. Not because you are fragile, because you are perceptive. Water manifests best when emotion becomes coherent instead of overwhelming. So here is your first move, water. Cleanse. Then check in honestly. Wash your hands. Splash your face. Take a shower with intention. Open the curtains and let fresh air move stale energy out. If you work with smoke, sound, prayer, or a simple hand-over-heart moment, use it. Then ask yourself one direct question. What am I actually feeling right now? Not what should I feel? Not what do other people need from me? What is true? Name it simply. Tender, heavy, hopeful, anxious, open, numb. Water signs gain power the moment feeling becomes conscious, because what is named can be guided. Then comes the second part. Feel the vision, then anchor it in one gentle action. Visualize what success would feel like in your body today. Not just what it looks like, what it feels like. Relief, peace, safety, creative flow, loving reciprocity, a sense of being met. Let that feeling move through your chest and belly for a few breaths. Then choose one real-world action that protects or advances that feeling. Send the kind message. Drink the water. Finish the application. Say no to the draining plan. Prepare the space. Ask for support. Water manifests when intuition meets boundaries. Receiving is powerful, but receiving without action becomes longing. Your gentle step is what tells the universe, I am ready to meet what I am asking for. Keep this one close. Water does not manifest by forcing emotion away. Water manifests by honoring emotion, then directing it. If water is yours, screenshot the ritual. Cleanse the energy, name the feeling, visualize the felt result, take one gentle action. That is how sensitivity becomes coherence. That is how intuition becomes success. Now here's the deeper truth, and this is where the whole reading opens up. Your dominant element tells me how you naturally begin, but your missing or weaker element often tells me what your success ritual still needs. For example, fire may need earth. You may have passion, courage, momentum, but without structure, that energy burns out before it compounds. Earth may need air. You may be disciplined and reliable, but without clarity or expression, your gifts stay hidden. Air may need water. You may have brilliant ideas, but without emotional truth, your message never fully lands. Water may need fire. You may feel everything beautifully, but without a spark of bold action, your vision stays inside. This is where manifestation becomes more mature. You stop asking, "What is my label?" and start asking, "What energy completes me?" That question changes mornings. It changes strategy. It changes self-trust. Now turn this into a formula. Start with your dominant element, then borrow one balancing move from the element you lack most. If you want the simplest version of everything we did here, remember this. Fire activates, earth stabilizes, air clarifies, water attunes. Build your morning in that order if you want a universal ritual. Activate the body, stabilize the space, clarify the intention, attune to the feeling, then act. That is the matrix. That is the bridge between astrology and actual lived success. And maybe the most important thing I want to leave with you is this. Success is not just about discipline. It is about self-respect. It is about meeting the morning in a way your system can actually trust. When your ritual matches your nature, you stop fighting yourself. You stop calling your wiring wrong. You begin moving with the grain of your own spirit. And that changes everything. Your confidence gets quieter but stronger. Your actions become cleaner. Your results begin to feel repeatable. Not lucky. Not accidental. Earned, aligned, yours. If this helped you see why your mornings have felt off, subscribe for astrology guidance that actually fits your wiring, not generic advice. And if you want, comment your big 3 below so I can make more rituals like this for your chart. Drop your big 3 in the comments and tell me which element matched you most.